Alexandrite charged at Blue, but she remained calm as the gems were coming after her with all their might. "Do you really think you can take me in battle?" Blue took Alexandrite's attack head on, and the gems thought they had at least put it in her confidence. But as the dust settled with these massive titans clashing, Alexandrite saw Blue standing unscarved. "Seems like you crystal gems haven't seen real combat in a while. Let me educate you." She stood there unfazed as she summoned her scythe. "This is your last chance as associates of Steven. That is the only reason you have had my mercy." Alexandrite chose to ignore, but as she was about to charge she stumbled. Inside Alexandrite the gems were having an argument. "Garnet why did you hesitate?" Pearl asked, shocked and confused. Their fusion started to become unstable. "Pearl, what's happening?" Amethyst asked, feeling their fusion as if it was about to rip apart. But Pearl was determined to make a point against Blue and tightened Alexandrite's fist, about to attack. "Don't underestimate us." Blue pointed her scythe at Alexandrite. "Even on your best solar cycle, you wouldn't beat me." Pearl pushed for the attack, but Alexandrite's other arm stopped her. "What's going on?" she asked. "Pearl, none of you know the power of the gems better than I do, so trust me when I say this is not a fight you want to pick." "Please stop," Garnet pleaded with her. No, she momentarily overpowered the other gems in the confusion, but Alexandrite's fist was caught by Blue. Pearl was shocked and was trying to pull away, but Blue held the hand and raised her scythe, chopping it off. This caused a large explosion blanketing the area, barn in white smoke, and Peridot, who had been watching from the sidelines, rushed to the landing ship. Jasper was standing there with Blue's Pearl tending to Steven. She hesitated to step in, knowing Jasper's aggressive personality. But then she saw Jasper worried sick about Steven. "Jasper, is he gonna be okay?" She looked at Peridot with a smile. "Yes, he will be fine." Peridot didn't believe how Jasper replied to her, with a smile, and the way she looked at Steven. Did Steven really change her that much, or was she always like this? Jasper wasn't even wearing her tactical clothing, but instead was just wearing a long tank top and shorts. "Why are you in human clothing?" She looked at Peridot. "Do you really think that's what should be concerning you now?" As the blanket of white smoke cleared and Blue walked out with the gems in hand, forced to return to their gems, Peridot looked in, all worried about herself, as Blue walked up to her. Peridot, "I didn't know we had one on this planet. Yellow must have sent it." "Jasper, how is Steven doing?" Jasper walked and helped him up. "He will be fine. We should get back home now, and you have to return those gems." "He won't be happy about it." Blue handed the gems to Peridot, and she remembered something. Amethyst wanted to talk to Steven. She was scared to lose him. Peridot came to Steven and pretended to check up on him whilst sneaking an amethyst gem into his pocket. "You two have a talk." Jasper walked her off the ship. "You know, I blame myself that Steven got hurt because he did this all for me to have a fun time." Peridot didn't know much about feeling, but took something she learned from her soaps. "Jasper, the reason that Steven did that is probably that he loves you and always will. You two, or should I say three, are like his ladies." She got the message but quickly questioned. "Wait, what do you mean?" "Three?" Peridot started backing off awkwardly. "Well, take care of Amethyst while she's with you," as she ran off to the barn. The ship started up and headed back for home. Steven woke up midway back to the moon because of a vibration he felt in his pocket. He got up and dug in his pocket, trying to find the cause, and took out a glowing gem. Amethyst. It hovered just as she formed again. "Where am I?" She looked around and found herself surrounded by gems from homeworld and Steven in the mix. Amethyst started to panic and Steven jumped in to keep her calm. "Relax, Amethyst, it's okay, trust me." She still wasn't okay, but he held her. "Relax. Okay, you're okay." Jasper didn't really care that a crystal gem was here, neither did Blue, and they continued taking care of other things whilst on the ship, leaving the two alone. "Steven, what are you doing here? We have to leave now." He sat down on the floor, laying his head on a seat. "You do know I have been with them the whole time, right?" Amethyst thought about it and sat next to him. I guess you're right, it's just that I missed you, Steven. And how did you get me here? He smiled awkwardly. Well, Paradox put you in my pocket after you battled with Blue. She was confused. Blue? Do you mean Blue Diamond? And you address her so casually? He started laughing. Yay, she made herself my second girlfriend. Amethyst looked at Steven. Girlfriend, second? Who's the first? Well, I guess we never announced it, but it's Jasper. Amethyst got up mad. So now you can't tell me you chose her because she wasn't perfect. Steven held her hand, stopping her from storming off. I love Jasper and I love you too. Remember what you said to me in the barn? Amethyst stopped and thought about it. Well, maybe. She couldn't. So Jasper is your girlfriend and so is Blue. He nodded yes. That means you have the most perfect gem in history and a diamond is your lovers. How does that feel, Steven? She asked jokingly, laughing with him. Then is there space for a runt like me? He looked at her. What do you mean? She was nervous. Something Steven was not used to seeing Amethyst this way. Well, Steven, I would have wanted to be with you, but the gems would never be okay with it. They would have thought I did it to just get a feeling of Rose from you. Well, is that true? She hesitated to answer. I won't lie to you, a part of me hopes that Rose is in there, but I know she isn't. That's why I fell in love with you, not your gem. She waited for an answer, looking at the face Steven had, and looked down, but he came to her and hugged her. I know what you mean. She held him tight. So Steven, I am making myself your girlfriend too, but we must keep it a secret from the other gems, and I have to go back to Earth sometime. Well, not now though. With a devious smile on her face as she quickly checked outside to make sure that they were alone. It was clear. Steven, get over here. She started getting close to him, and then an announcement came over the intercom. We have arrived at Moon Base, please depart. I guess another time then, Amethyst? She looked so disappointed. I guess, but next time it will be my turf, just me and you. As she pulled his head down for a kiss. You know you've grown a lot, Steven. He smiled shy. Oh really? Thanks. Some other thoughts were going through Amethyst's head. Steven is grown. I will have him next time, but it's risky. But I don't care about any of that. I finally have Steven. Amethyst got inside the moon base, trailing behind Steven. So Steven, where do we sleep? He opened up the room and saw that Blue and Jasper were already there. Amethyst wasn't bothered at all because she already knew. Jasper jumped into bed and waited for Steven, and Blue shrunk down to a smaller size, waiting on Amethyst. Steven was already sleepy and Amethyst hopped into bed too, but Steven fell asleep in Jasper's embrace as Blue left on patrol, still not having the concept of sleeping. Jasper always loved holding Steven, and Amethyst was spooning with him too. Finally